A 2022 systematic review in Nature Reviews Gastroenterology found that by age 65, your gut has lost most of its core short-chain fatty acid-producing bacteria, the exact species that keep your immune system calm, your intestinal wall sealed, and your brain sharp. If you are over 60, the bacterial colonies that once protected you are now half of what they were at 30. And what you eat in the next 7 days can begin reversing that loss. Most people believe gut health is about avoiding stomach aches, maybe popping a probiotic capsule now and then. That belief is dangerously incomplete. Your gut microbiome is not just a digestive organ. It is a 3.5-pound chemical factory containing roughly 2,000 bacterial species that manufacture anti-inflammatory compounds, seal the lining of your intestine, regulate serotonin production, and communicate directly with your brain through the vagus nerve. When you were 30, that factory operated at full capacity. Dense colonies of Faecalibacterium, Roseburia, Coprococcus, Bifidobacterium, and Eubacterium carpeted your colon wall like a living shield. Then, year by year, the workforce shrank. A 2016 Japanese lifespan study by Odemaki and colleagues, published in BMC Microbiology, tracked microbiome composition across 371 individuals, aged from infancy to over 100. The data showed a clear decline in alpha diversity and core commensal species beginning in the 6th decade of life. Bifidobacterium levels dropped steeply. Butyrate-producing bacteria retreated. Pathogenic opportunists moved in. Nobody told you this was happening. There was no symptom, no blood test, no pain. Just a slow, silent erosion of your body's oldest defense system. And by the time inflammation becomes chronic, the damage has already been compounding for years. But the real question is not that you lost these bacteria. The question is why they left, and whether your kitchen holds the answer to bringing them back. Think of your gut lining like a brick wall. Each intestinal cell is a brick. Between those bricks are proteins called tight junctions, molecular glue that holds everything together. When your microbiome was dense at age 30, bacteria like Faecalibacterium prausnitzii produced a compound called butyrate. Butyrate is the fuel that keeps those tight junctions strong. Without it, the glue weakens, gaps form, and molecules that should never enter your bloodstream, bacterial fragments, undigested food particles, toxins, start leaking through. Researchers call this increased intestinal permeability. You may have heard it called leaky gut, and it is not a fringe theory. A 2023 review in Disease Models and Mechanisms by Salazar and colleagues at UCLA documented that intestinal barrier dysfunction increases measurably with age across species from fruit flies to humans. The protein zonulin, which regulates tight junction openings, becomes chronically elevated in older adults, signaling that the gates are stuck open. Here is what this means for your body. Every time your gut wall leaks, fragments of bacterial cell walls called lipopolysaccharides, or LPS, enter your blood. Your immune system treats LPS as an invader. It launches an inflammatory response. Not a big one. Not one you feel as a fever or a swollen joint. A tiny, persistent, low-grade fire. Immunologists call this inflammaging, the chronic, subclinical inflammation that accelerates every single aging process in your body. Your joints, your arteries, your brain. A 2024 study from the Medical University of Graz, published in Medical Express, connected disrupted gut microbiomes and increased intestinal permeability directly to faster biological aging in their subjects. The researchers measured epigenetic clocks, molecular markers that indicate how fast your cells are actually aging versus your calendar age. Those with greater gut leakiness aged faster at the cellular level. And what seals that gut wall? Butyrate. What makes butyrate? Bacteria like Faecalibacterium prausnitzii, Roseburia hominis, and Eubacterium rectale. What happens to those bacteria after age 60? They decline, across virtually every population studied. The Nature Reviews Gastroenterology paper by O'Toole and colleagues in 2022 documented this decline across studies in Ireland, Italy, Japan, China, South Korea, India, and the United States. Your gut wall is thinning right now, not because of disease, because of absence. The bacteria that maintained it are gone. And unless you feed the survivors or reintroduce what was lost, that inflammatory leak continues every hour of every day. But this is only half the mechanism. What happens when those bacterial signals stop reaching your brain is something entirely different and even more alarming. Your gut and your brain talk to each other constantly. The vagus nerve, the longest cranial nerve in your body, runs directly from your brainstem to your intestinal wall. It carries signals in both directions. And many of those signals are manufactured by gut bacteria. When bacteria like Bifidobacterium and Lactobacillus ferment dietary fiber, they don't just produce butyrate. They produce gamma-aminobutyric acid, GABA, which is your brain's primary calming neurotransmitter. They produce precursors to serotonin. They produce short-chain fatty acids that cross the blood-brain barrier and reduce neuroinflammation directly. A 2019 review by Cryan and colleagues at University College Cork, published in Physiological Reviews, mapped over a dozen microbial metabolites that influence mood, memory, and cognitive processing speed. If you have ever woken at 2 a.m. with an anxious mind for no obvious reason, if your focus has deteriorated over the past 5 years, if your memory for names or sequences feels unreliable, this may not be a brain problem. It may be a gut problem. The research is still evolving on this, but the evidence is building fast. A 2024 randomized controlled trial at King's College London, the PROMOTE study, gave 72 older adults, aged 63 to 83, a prebiotic supplement containing inulin and fructooligosaccharides for 12 weeks. The prebiotic group showed significant improvement in paired associates learning, a specific memory test that is an early predictor of Alzheimer's disease. The improvement correlated with increased abundance of Bifidobacterium in their stool samples. Not a drug, not a surgery, a fiber supplement that fed specific bacteria already living inside them. Think about that. Your memory performance may be partly determined by which bacteria are or are not living in your colon right now. Some scientists dispute whether these findings will hold at scale. The sample sizes are still modest, but the directional evidence from Cork, Stanford, King's College, and multiple Japanese longitudinal studies all point the same way. The bacteria you lost are not just digestive workers. They are neurochemical factories. And when those factories close, your brain notices. If this is connecting for you, if you're realizing that your gut health and your cognitive clarity might be the same problem, subscribe now. Because in 4 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly which foods rebuild these specific colonies, and why most probiotic supplements miss the point entirely. Here is what makes this urgent. The longer your gut remains depleted, the harder restoration becomes. Pathogenic bacteria, species like Clostridium difficile and Enterobacteriaceae, are opportunists. They fill the space your Bifidobacterium and Faecalibacterium left behind. The CDC reports that adults over 65 account for the vast majority of severe C. difficile infections in the United States. This is not coincidence. It is ecology. A depleted forest invites weeds. What almost nobody talks about is this. Your gut bacteria operate on a schedule. Between 10 p.m. and 3 a.m., while you sleep, your gut enters a distinct metabolic phase. Motility slows. Bacterial fermentation of residual fiber peaks. The short-chain fatty acids produced during this window, butyrate, propionate, and acetate, circulate through your bloodstream and reach your liver, your brain, and your adipose tissue while your body is in repair mode. This is when the gut-brain axis does its deepest work. A 2013 paper in the Journal of Gerontology documented that age-related remodeling of the intestinal epithelial barrier, the brick wall I described earlier, accelerates during periods of bacterial silence. When the colonies are depleted, this nighttime repair window becomes a nighttime damage window. Without adequate butyrate production, your colonocytes, the cells lining your colon, starve. They depend on butyrate for 60 to 70% of their energy. Without their primary fuel source, they weaken, shrink, and die faster than they can be replaced. Read that again. The cells that form your intestinal barrier are being starved every single night because the bacteria that feed them no longer exist in sufficient numbers. A 2023 review in the International Journal of Molecular Sciences confirmed that butyrate-producing bacteria serve as sentinel species of the gut. Their presence maintains oxygen-free conditions in the colon that prevent pathogenic colonization, and their absence triggers a cascade of inflammatory signaling. Researchers at University College Cork's APC Microbiome Ireland have documented that Faecalibacterium prausnitzii produces not only butyrate, but also anti-inflammatory peptides and even salicylic acid, the same compound found in aspirin. One single bacterial species performing functions that would otherwise require multiple medications. And here is the counterintuitive fact that most people, including many physicians, get wrong. Taking a standard probiotic capsule from a pharmacy shelf will not fix this. Most commercial probiotics contain lactobacillus and bifidobacterium strains that are easy to manufacture and shelf-stable. They are not worthless, but they are not the bacteria you most desperately need. The species that produce the most butyrate, Faecalibacterium, Roseburia, Eubacterium, are strict anaerobes. They die in oxygen. They cannot survive in a capsule on a store shelf. You cannot swallow them back into existence. Depending on who you ask, this either means probiotic supplements are a waste of money, or it means they need to be part of a larger strategy. The truth sits somewhere between those positions. What matters is not whether you take a pill. What matters is whether you feed the anaerobes that are still alive inside you, the survivors, clinging to your gut wall so they can multiply back to functional numbers. The way you do that is shockingly specific and shockingly simple. Step 1. Eat fermented foods daily, not occasionally, daily. A 2021 clinical trial at Stanford University, led by Justin Sonnenberg, Erica Sonnenberg, and Christopher Gardner, assigned 36 healthy adults to a 10-week high-fermented food diet. The results, published in Cell, showed a significant increase in overall microbial diversity and a measurable decrease in 19 inflammatory proteins in blood samples, including interleukin-6, which drives joint pain, insulin resistance, and chronic fatigue. The specific foods used: yogurt with live cultures, kefir, kimchi, sauerkraut, kombucha, and fermented cottage cheese. Aim for 4 to 6 servings daily. One serving equals roughly half a cup. Step 2. Feed your surviving bacteria their preferred fuel, inulin and fructooligosaccharides. These are prebiotic fibers found naturally in chicory root, raw garlic, raw onion, leeks, asparagus, and slightly green bananas. The King's College Promote trial used 7.5 grams per day of Inulin FOS blend for 12 weeks and documented increased Bifidobacterium colonies along with improved cognitive function in adults averaging age 73. You do not need a supplement for this if your diet is correct. 2 raw garlic cloves, 1 small leek, and a half cup of asparagus will deliver approximately 8 grams of inulin daily. Step 3. Eat your last meal at least 3 hours before sleep. This gives your gut bacteria time to begin fermenting residual fiber before your body enters its nighttime repair cycle. Historians still argue whether meal timing or meal content matters more for longevity, but the bacterial fermentation data suggests both matter and timing may be the more neglected variable. Step 4. Reduce ultra-processed food intake to fewer than 2 servings per day. The ELDERMET study, a 500-person Irish cohort study led by Paul O'Toole at University College Cork, documented that older adults eating a low-diversity, high-processed diet had significantly reduced gut microbial diversity, increased frailty markers, and elevated inflammatory profiles compared to those eating a varied, whole food diet. Every processed meal you replace with whole food gives your surviving bacteria a better chance. Step 5. Consider a targeted symbiotic supplement, not a generic probiotic. A symbiotic combines live bacterial strains with the specific prebiotic fibers that feed them. A 2011 Finnish trial by Björklund and colleagues gave adults over 65 a symbiotic containing Bifidobacterium and Lactobacillus acidophilus paired with prebiotic fiber. The symbiotic group showed measurable increases in beneficial colony counts within 3 weeks. Look for products that pair Bifidobacterium longum or B. lactis with Inulin or FOS. If even one of these steps was new to you, hit like. It tells the algorithm to show this to more people who need it. This information should not be rare, but it is. Dr. Paul O'Toole at University College Cork has been publishing on microbiome-based therapeutics for older adults for over a decade. His research consistently shows the same message. Diet-driven microbiome restoration is achievable in people over 65, but it requires consistency over novelty. Not one day of kimchi, 30 consecutive days, then 60. The colonies rebuild when they receive consistent substrate. Step back from the details for a moment. What you've heard today is not about yogurt. It's not about supplements or food fads. It is about a biological truth that most people discover too late. Your body runs on cooperation. You are not a single organism. You are an ecosystem. 38 trillion bacterial cells working alongside 30 trillion human cells. And when one side of that partnership erodes, the other side suffers. Silently, progressively, without warning signs until the damage is difficult to reverse. The good news is measurable. The Stanford trial showed diversity increases in 10 weeks. The King's College trial showed cognitive improvements in 12 weeks. Your body is not beyond repair. Your colonies are diminished, not extinct. The survivors are waiting for fuel. I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Have you noticed changes in your digestion, your sleep, or your mental clarity over the past decade that you assumed were just aging? I'd bet most of you have, and I'd bet most of you never connected those changes to your gut bacteria disappearing. Your gut doesn't age, it empties. That distinction matters more than any supplements, any drug, any medical intervention currently available to you, because emptiness can be refilled. Aging cannot be reversed, but bacterial restoration, real, food-driven, consistent bacterial restoration, is happening in labs and kitchens around the world right now, and it works. Share this with someone who needs it. A spouse, a sibling, a friend who has complained about brain fog or joint stiffness or sleepless nights. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you should. What's coming next week involves the specific timing window your body uses to rebuild cartilage overnight, and why most people unknowingly shut that window down every evening. The bacteria are waiting. Feed them.